Hello and welcome to today's class. Now today we're going to look at page 42, grammar exercise 1 and 2 about quantity. Okay, so open page 42 please. Now page 42 looks like this. Have you got it? Are you ready? Okay, let's have a look. In exercise 1 we're going to look at a recipe on a cookery program. Let's read the recipe, shall we? So today I'm going to make summer pudding. It's an easy recipe. You don't need many things for it and it doesn't take much time. You need some fruit, soft fruit. I've got some raspberries, some blueberries and a few strawberries. You also need a few slices of white bread, 150 grams of sugar and a little water. So there's our recipe for summer pudding. Now, exercise 1A, it says label the things in the picture. Bread, fruit, sugar, water, a knife, a plate, a spoon, a bowl, a saucepan, and a fork. So take a moment, pause the video, look at the picture, and label the things in the picture. Now, have you got some answers? Here we go. Number 1 is a saucepan. Number 2 is bread. Number 3, a bowl. Number 4, water. Number 5, sugar. Number 6 is fruit. Number 7 is a knife. Number 8 is a spoon. Number 9 is a fork. And number 10 is a plate. Did you get those? Well, look at the picture and make sure you have the right answers. Well done. Now, exercise 1B says read and listen. And I'm going to ask you to answer the following questions. Question number 1, is the recipe difficult? Question number 2, what types of fruit do you need? And question number 3, how many ingredients are there? Are you ready? Let's listen.
42.1. Today, I'm going to make summer pudding. It's an easy recipe. You don't need many things for it, and it doesn't take much time. You need some soft fruit. I've got some raspberries, some blueberries, and a few strawberries. You also need a few slices of white bread, 150 grams of sugar, and a little water.
Let's listen again, shall we? Remember the questions. Number 1, is the recipe difficult? Number 2, what types of fruit do you need? And number 3, how many ingredients are there?
42.1. Today, I'm going to make summer pudding. It's an easy recipe. You don't need many things for it, and it doesn't take much time. You need some soft fruit. I've got some raspberries, some blueberries, and a few strawberries. You also need a few slices of white bread, 150 grams of sugar, and a little water.
Let's correct, shall we? Have you got some answers? Here are the answers. Question number 1, is the recipe difficult? No, it isn't. The recipe is easy. Number 2, what types of fruit do you need? You need some soft fruit. Now this chef has got raspberries, blueberries and strawberries. Now raspberries, frambuesas, blueberries, arándanos, and strawberries, fresas. Number 3, how many ingredients are there? There are 4 ingredients. So you need some soft fruit, now a few slices of white bread, 150 grams of sugar, and a little water. So with those 4 ingredients, you can make this easy recipe. Now, let's have a look at exercise 2, expressing quantity. Now it says, read the examples, study the rules on page 110. Let's look at the examples, shall we? Expressing quantity. Now, first of all, we're going to look at countable nouns. Now, let's see. It says you need a saucepan. No, not you need saucepan. I've got some raspberries. I haven't got any apples. You need a few things. You don't need many things. How many things do we need? So let's have a look. When we talk about countable nouns, we need to use an indefinite article. Now you need a saucepan. Now we can use some and any to talk about plurals. Now we can use a few things, no? Unas pocas cosas, no? You can use many, muchas cosas. How many, cuántas cosas, no? So we're going to learn different ways to talk about quantity, ¿no? Vamos a estudiar ahora, a continuación, diferentes formas de hablar de cantidades, ¿no? Let's look at uncountable nouns. Can you see? So you need some fruit. You don't need any milk, no? So we use some and any with uncountable nouns. You need a little, no? Water, un poco de agua. You don't need much water, pues no necesitas mucha agua, ¿no? How much water do we need? ¿No? ¿Cuánta agua necesitamos? ¿No? So again, we're going to look at ways of talking about quantity, ¿no? Expresiones para cantidades. Now let's have a look at page 110. Open page 110, please, because now we are going to study the rules. Are you ready to study the rules? No hemos visto unos ejemplos, ahora las normas. Are you ready? Well, lessons 41 to 44, expressing quantity. Now, some nouns are countable, ¿no? Los que se pueden contar, ¿no? Countable, ¿no? Que se puede contar. They have a singular and a plural form. Pues claro, si se puede contar, podemos decir 1 y 2 y tiene 2 formas, ¿no? Una mesa, 2 mesas, 2 formas tiene. For example, you need an apple. You need some apples, ¿no? Singular and plural, ¿no? Singular y plural. Some nouns are uncountable, pues que no se pueden contar, ¿no? Uncountable. They have only one form. Claro, si no se puede contar, pues no necesitan esa forma de plural. Eso solo tienen una forma. Let's see. You need some fruit. ¿No? Countable, uncountable. Now, let's look at number 3. These things are usually uncountable in English. Let's look. We've got drinks, for example, coffee, tea, wine, water, beer, milk. No, some coffee, some tea, some wine, some beer, some milk. No? Food, which you only eat part of, bread, cheese, fish, or meat, for example. No, some bread, some cheese, some fish, some meat. Things which you only use part of, toothpaste, for example, shampoo or soap. No, some toothpaste, some shampoo, some soap. Materials, paper, wood, plastic, no? Some paper, some wood, some plastic. And some general words like music, money, and information, no? Some music, some money, some information, no? So we can use these nouns uncountably. No? These are uncountable nouns in English. Now, let's look at expressing quantity. So we use these articles and quantity expressions with countable and uncountable nouns. So first of all, let's look at countable nouns. So when we use the singular, now let's look at the singular. Now we use a or an. Now you need a knife. He's got an apple, ¿no? Usamos an delante de sonidos vocálicos o la H cuando no se pronuncia, ¿no? Very good. Now let's look at plural. So we use some or any with plurals. You need some strawberries. We haven't got any strawberries. Have you got any apples? Y recordáis que usamos some en las frases afirmativas y any en frases negativas o interrogativas, ¿vale? And for questions or for other quantities, we have how many, not many, or a few. Now, how many, cuántos o cuántas, not many, pues no muchos o no muchas, and a few, pues unos pocos o unas pocas. Let's look at the examples. How many apples do you need? Pues cuántas manzanas, ¿no? We don't need many apples, pues no muchas manzanas. We need a few blackcurrants, pues unas pocas grosellas, ¿no? Blackcurrants, grosellas, negras. Now, let's have a look at uncountable nouns. Now remember, uncountable nouns have only one form. Remember, so we use some or any. You need some bread. We haven't got any milk. Have you got any fruit? No lo mismo que antes, some para frases afirmativas, ¿no? Any para frases negativas o interrogativas. Then we have how much, not much, and a little. Now, how much? Cuánto o cuánta. Not much, pues no mucho o no mucha. And a little, un poco de. Let's see. How much bread do you need? Pues cuánto pan necesitas. We don't need much bread, ¿no? No necesitamos mucho pan. We need a little milk. Necesitamos un poco de leche, ¿no? So these are the expressions that we use with our uncountable nouns. Now remember, we use any with countable and uncountable nouns, ¿no? So any lo usamos para los contables y también para los incontables in negative sentences and questions. So let's look at our countables. Do we need any eggs? No? We don't need any eggs. Question and negative. Let's look at uncountable. Do we need any sugar? We don't need any sugar. Again, the question and the negative. Now, before we finish, let's look at question number 5. To talk about quantities of an uncountable noun, we use quantity expressions, ¿no? Si no podemos decir 1, 2 y 3, pues tenemos que tener estas expresiones de cantidad. Let's have a look. We've got a bottle of, claro, una botella de, ¿no? De agua, de vino. A kilo of, un kilo, ¿no? De patatas, de azúcar, whatever. A slice of. Now, slice can be trozo, for example, un trozo de pizza. Slice can be loncha, for example, una loncha de queso. A slice of cheese, ¿no? A slice of pizza, a slice of cheese. And slice can be rebanada, ¿no? Por ejemplo, rebanada de pan, a slice of bread. A slice of pizza, a slice of cheese, a slice of bread. A box of, ¿no? Una caja, ¿no? A box of chocolates, for example, ¿no? Una caja de bombones, a box of chocolates. And a piece of, is again, un trozo de, for example, a piece of cake, ¿no? Un trozo de pastel o un trozo de tarta, a piece of cake, ¿no? A piece of cake. Now, we've got some examples, ¿no? Let's look at the examples. We've got a bottle of water. You need 3 bottles of water. O sea que lo que contamos son botellas, ¿no? Tenemos una botella, necesitamos 3 botellas, ¿no? Can I have a slice of bread? Here are 2 slices of bread, ¿no? A slice of bread, una rebanada de pan. Pues aquí tienes 2 rebanadas de pan. Now, here it's very important to remember toast, ¿no? Que no se nos olvide toast, ¿no? Que es incontable en inglés, ¿no? A piece of toast o a slice of toast. 2 slices of toast, no? I have 2 slices of toast for breakfast. Do you have any slices of toast for breakfast? No? I have 2 slices of toast for breakfast, ¿no? So que no se me olvide que si pan es incontable, pues también las tostadas. O sea que cuidado ahí. Bien, tienes que decir 2 rebanadas de pan tostada, ¿no? Tostado. Very nice. Now, that's all for today. There's a lot to study. We'll practice in the next class. So thanks for watching.